Many of you have been wanting to know how to make the rocks for the centerpieces on our tables at the Arkansas State Master Gardening Conference. This is a tutorial on how to do that. First, you start with a base. I use just anything that is discarded that you can throw in the trash. This is old styrofoam. And I want to make 3 different pots for your arrangement. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do multiples of any amount that you want, but this is a simple enough to do. I have 3 4-inch pots, and I've put them in the shape that I would like to have, and I don't want to use so much of the great stuff, so I stuff in between the pots to where it fills in, so you don't have to use as much of the gap and crack. This is great stuff, the brand, but you can use any brand that you can, but this is the cheapest at Walmart. Once you place your pots the way you want it, you shake your can up and the foam comes out, and you have to shake it really good, and be sure that if you don't want to waste some of this, have another piece of a planter that you want to use it on, because once you start using it, you can't go back in a day or 2 and use more. So anyway, you fill in the gaps here, and once you spray your insulating foam all around, you will get this. And this is what it looks like when it's dry. It doesn't look like a rock whatsoever. It just looks like a blob. I have 3 holes here for planting things. And once it's dry, and you can see in the bottom, I have a base, but I've got Walmart bags stuck in there. You can use old tissue paper, anything to fill in your gaps. Once it's dry, then you want to spray paint it solid to get into the crevices. And you can use black or brown, or in this case dark green, something dark to get into the crevices. You spray paint that and you let it dry. And after it's dry, then you dry brush, and you can make your rock any color. This happens to be a rock that I wanted to look more of the gray color, because this is what is close to my pond area. And as you can see, I have used real rocks in it and old cactus, and I planted it with succulents, and this sits outside on my patio. Then I planted, and I've done another one with the brown tones, and I put a vase in it and planted it with succulents as well. And by the way you paint it, you use the dry brush method, and I just used the cheap acrylic paint at Walmart, and I started off with white, and you want to take most of your paint off, and you just do it like this. Leave the dark crevices, and you get it spread out like, and it doesn't look like much yet, but it will. It'll start coming out the different textures. Doesn't take anyone can paint it. It doesn't have to be an artist to paint this. You just go all over it with the dry brush method. And I start off, like I said, with white. Then I can go to a cream or a tan or a caramel, whatever color I want my rock to be. And I go back over it. And I just keep working it in. And if it needs brown, then I add some brown to it. And you just keep brushing the paint on until you get the look that you want. And once it dries, the dark shade will kind of come through and blend a little better. Then after you get the color that you want, if you don't want a sheen to your paint, I spray it with a spray adhesive all over, and I sprinkle dust on it or dirt to make it look more natural. And it gives it a more matte look so that it looks more like a real rock. I hope you learned how to make it.